What's up, guys? ACCardShark back again, back with Pixel Sandwich on day 3 of the game On Expo. I got the Harvest Moon shirt to represent from the game yesterday. It's awesome. Got the pass ready, going and going in. Gonna hopefully find some good deals. Day 3, the last day is usually a good day to find the deals and everything else. So it's hot as all hell out here. As you can see, the cactus behind me just to represent, Arizona. But we're gonna head in now and check it out and see what we can find. Gonna hit the All Gen Gamers panel and just see what's going on for day 3.
There's a sand shrew at Game On.
John and I went to a swap meet here in Phoenix. Oh, this had to have been, what, 5 years ago?
Years ago.
And John rolls up in there with his camera, and I have my little camera. And they kick us out, they escort us out. And it wasn't just like,
I remember that. You had a video there, right?
Yeah, there's a video of it. And it wasn't just like, hey, you guys need to leave. It was like security rolled up in golf carts and escort, like literally behind us, driving behind us, escorting us out. I like turn around and they're like, driving behind us. I'm like, oh my God, John, we are really being escorted out of this place. Like, we're not causing trouble. We like games. We're looking to film games. You know how it is. You get your camera out. But they didn't like that.
What was it, an actual camera, or was it more like a pretty hefty looking camera?
Well, John had his big VHS thing on his shoulder. So, no, there is that happening.
I think it was like a flip camera, dude. It was pretty like small, low key.
Yeah, this was 2010, so we were all on flip cams.
I was using a flip cam to record my YouTube videos.
I say that because I know you were using
it was on a shuffle. It was not good. I remember playing it back when I rented it when it first came out, and I remember it being kind of like monotonous and kind of boring to play by yourself back then. But I kind of still enjoyed it because it was I had a really big thing for cel shaded graphics back then, and I was a big Sonic fan, so I still kind of enjoyed it. Not enough to buy it, but revisiting it today, I do not recommend it. The board, you move so slow. I was streaming it, and I'm like an hour and a half in, and I'm still playing the same game board against these computers that were just destroying me. The AI in that game was so cheap.
Yeah, you set them on easy, it doesn't matter. They steal all your stars.
So I say Sonic Shuffle is the worst one, but back to Sonic R. It's actually not that, okay, so admittedly, yeah, the game has a lot of problems, but it's just, John, between the soundtrack and the soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack kind of makes that game. It's one of those cases where I actually feel that video game soundtracks, we don't really realize how much of an important role they play in the enjoyment of a game. Like, I admit that there are a lot of games that I probably would not play that much or care for that much, especially RPGs, if the music wasn't so good.
Right.
Like, there are RPGs that I keep playing specifically because I love the battle theme so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you have a case like that?
Nier for me.
Oh, see, that's a great example. Well, Nier has one of the best soundtracks ever. I think people are finally starting to discover. I don't know if you haven't heard that soundtrack, Jason.
I have. Yeah, no, I have. It's good.
It's one of the best gaming soundtracks out there, in my opinion. And it's a game that people have come to appreciate more and more. But I always wonder about that game, how much people sort of force themselves to like it even more because the soundtrack is so good. It's sort of an interesting topic to think about.
Right.
You think about a game like Rez, which is one of my favorite games. That game for me is like 50% of why I love it is the soundtrack. If the soundtrack wasn't so good, the game would kind of be like,
Yeah.
And if you don't believe that, just next time you're playing a game, just turn off your sound and play your game. And it's very, 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 very clear.
Play your favorite RPG with the battle music turned off.
Yeah, you'll
see
be
how
like,
much you like it.
oh my God, this is terrible.
Huge.
Yeah.
How about the Sonic Game Gear games of it?
Admittedly, I didn't actually have a Game Gear when I was younger. I was more of I had the Game Boy. And
they're pretty much the same for the Master System, same games.
Pretty much, yeah. And actually, you know what I played recently for Sonic's 25th anniversary? instead of playing like Sonic 1, 2, and 3, of course I'd go and play like Sonic Triple Trouble and stuff like that on Game Gear. It was my first time playing it actually. Fantastic Sonic game. I can't believe I never played it all these years.
Wasn't there a racing game on the Game Gear too?
Yeah, Sonic Drift 1 and 2. How it worked was Sonic Drift actually never came out in America. The only way you can play it is if you get the import copy on Game Gear, and then Sonic Drift 2, which was released here. That's on the compilations. Actually, I played that too that night, and I was really surprised. I was actually kind of blown away. If any.
Go touch those joysticks over there. Alright. You like it.
Alright guys, back at the hotel after day 3 of the Game On Expo. The expo is now finally over. It was an awesome time. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We got to go around and see, you know, a lot of games that we normally wouldn't see in normal stores, and you know, got to go to the panels and stuff. We started out the day because we have the VIP passes. We got to go in before general admission, so we got to go in early and kind of shop at the vendors, and so we did that for about half an hour. Yeah. Like we got there about 9:30, yeah, about half an hour before the gates open, and then once the gates open for everybody, we kind of went over and we went to the All Gen Gamers panel. So it was as you saw from the video, it was Pete Dorr, Gamester 81, and Jason Heine. So it was really good actually. It was probably one of my favorite panels. I mean, it was like all game related for once. Like they, you know, the game chasers and stuff were fun, but a lot of their talk was non-gaming related. So this one was kind of refreshing in a way, and just had a lot of fun. After the panel was over, we went back and we did some more browsing for games, and then ended up taking off after that. Although we played some arcade games. Yeah. We played the Simpsons arcade. Scott Pilgrim. We played in the free play, the console area. I played Pac-Man. Pixel Sandwich played Castlevania Versus arcade cabinet. So it was fun. I mean, we just kind of like just jacked around basically. Just had some fun, and we did pick up some games. So I'll show you those real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. Before the panel was on, I happened to pass a booth, and it had a big Tupperware bin, and it said 5 games for $1. I'm like, all right. I had to look through that. So you know, it was all mainly sports titles, and you know, but yeah, I found 5 that like I feel like I would put even 10 minutes into. They were 20 cents a piece, you know. So first one I picked up for the Sega Genesis was Bassmasters Classic. Probably would be like a 5-minute game and then done, but whatever. So whatever, Bassmasters. The second game was ESPN Baseball Tonight, right there. That one, I think that's Chris Berman, isn't it? I think that's like the Chris Berman game, Baseball Tonight. I think that was the one he was in, but it seems like it'll be a good time. It's a baseball game, whatever. 20 cents. Speaking of baseball, Super Baseball 2020. That's for the Sega Genesis as well. And the fourth game I picked up was just NHL Hockey for the Sega Genesis. That was before they started numbering the years. So I think that was 91, I believe. Yeah, 91. So that'll be really primitive and fun to try. And then I picked up the copy of NHL 98. Pixel Sandwich and I are huge hockey fans, so to pick up NHL 98, I have 93 94, 95, and 96 all complete in box for the Genesis. So 98 was like a no-brainer, like just to add to my collection of NHL games for the Genesis. So, and that was all $1 for those 5, so that was awesome. And then I think the steal of the convention, as far as like the price I got it for, I've been eyeing this game up at like the Game Gallery back home in Easton and all these other places, and they always want like $50 or higher for this game. I found it. It's the original Xbox game, Conquer Live and Reloaded. I found it at the convention. As you can see, it was marked $30. There was one marked 24, but that one, it said right on the price label, it said no manual. So I figured, like Pixel Sandwich kind of brought it up. He's like, for $6 more, just get the one that comes complete, because that game's worth money, and eventually it will be worth even more. Not that I would ever sell it, because I love Conquer, but so it said 30, and I went over to the guy, and I basically, knowing it's the last day of the convention, I was like, hey, would you take 20? Knowing he would say no to 20, but maybe come down off of 30. And he goes, I can meet you halfway at 25. I'm like, all right, cool, sold. So 25 for Conquer Live and Reloaded complete for the Xbox. I thought that was like a pretty good steal, considering I almost picked it up for $50 at the Game Gallery one time. So those are my pickups from the convention day 3. Obviously my major pickup was yesterday of Harvest Moon, so I kind of took it a little bit easy. As you can see, there's more packages back there. I didn't really take it easy when it came to a trip we did later. That'll be in a video to follow this, so stay tuned to the channel for that. Pixel Sandwich picked up one game from Fallout, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Fallout Games from the pre-show, I guess it was, the pre-expo, pre-game, whatever it was called. We went to Fallout Games and I bought like some NES titles. Fallout was actually there at the convention as well. He picked up a Dreamcast game. For those of you who don't know, he's going for a complete Dreamcast collection, and this is one that he needed for his collection, and it's called Heavy Metal for the Dreamcast. What is that? Geomatrix. Heavy Metal Geomatrix. You got a deal on this too, didn't you?
I got 5 off,
Yeah, it was marked 30. He got it for 25, and great deal. I mean, it's definitely one that he needs for his collection, and you just have to pick up the deals. Yeah, it's one that he never comes across. I've never seen it in my life, but I don't really look for Dreamcast games. But just pretty cool. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this 3-day weekend. The footage I took, everything else. I mean, it was a good time. We definitely had fun. Special thanks to John Gamester81 for hooking us up with the passes and allowing us to get in and come to the convention like as he did. I feel it was a really good job, and it definitely has room to grow. But it's only the second year it's been on. It definitely will grow as the years go by. So I really hope that he did well as far as his business end of things with this, and that it can continue to happen every year, because it definitely was fun. It was a good time. It just needs to get through the growing pains and just keep growing bigger and bigger as the years go on. So special thanks to him and Jason for having us and putting it on. And that's going to wrap up this Game On Expo weekend, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, ACCardShark. Take care.